Matchball.
Daniil, welcome back to Hamburg. Several players talked about the importance of playing again in front of an audience. And at last year's US Open, we experienced a very, very interesting relationship of you with the audience in New York, how it shifted from he is our villain, like he's our good guy, and we totally respect him. Can you say how important it is for you to play in front of an audience here in Hamburg again?
It's great because we played the US Open Cincinnati without the crowd, and that's where you feel, I think, the most like that it's really better to play with a crowd. Much more emotions going on during the match. It can turn around more because of them. Because, well, usually the crowd will go for the one who is losing to continue the match and stuff like this. So it's great that there is crowd here. I think, I really think everybody's happy about it, and including myself.
A long-term question. When you look back to last year after your big breakthrough with all the tournament wins before the US Open and the final, what was the most difficult part to get along with this new role in front of the ATP Tour?
I think the most difficult part is expectations of other people, and it actually doesn't bother me because I know what I have to do. I know how is my mentality, which is just try to win every game, practice good, work a lot physically, and just do my best actually. But of course, for other people, especially Russian fans, also they expect a lot, and then when you don't match their expectations, they can become, let's say, angry. So that's actually not easy. But as I say, I handle it good because I know I just try to do my best, and that's all I can do.
How have the US Open and the final last year changed your character and your perspective on tennis? How has your perspective changed?
Not at all, not a lot. As I say, I had my, how I can call it, my thoughts already before the US Open, and I just knew what I have to do. I worked a lot to actually be there and manage to raise my level of tennis. So it was not just one step, it was step by step. But of course, one result like this gives you a lot of experience and confidence that you actually know you can make it. If you get lucky, if you play good, if you make good 2 weeks physically, mentally, but you can do it, which maybe before I didn't know, and that's the most important part.
We know from the past that you had some very, say, interesting issues with Stefanos. How would you describe your current relationship? Do you have a relationship?
Not really. I think just two tennis players doing their job. I do think we don't care too much about each other, let's say in a good way. I mean, he does his job, I do my job, and that's it.
Yeah.
So don't worry, this is a question I will ask several players, so it had nothing to do with you especially. I would like to know, during the Corona break, how many times the national doping authorities or the ITF had the opportunity to come to you to test yourself in practice because there were no tournaments. I asked many players.
Yeah, of course. During the actual lockdown, because I was in France, they couldn't come. That's the rule. They couldn't come when it was like the lockdown. So I didn't have anybody coming. As soon as the lockdown finished, I think, if I'm not mistaken, because I don't remember so well, I had definitely one test before going to US. I think it was like in 2 weeks after the lockdown was open. I had it in Monaco, and then I had 2 in USA. I don't know actually if it's confidential or not, but I'm okay to answer.
Just to check, was it the national authority or the ITF?
Because national authority, because I'm Russian living in Monaco, I don't know if they can come or not, so it was ITF.
Thank you.
Sorry if you have answered those questions before, but I wonder, we know that you're a fan of Bayern München. How did you become a fan of Bayern München?
Actually, I was young and, I was 6. I really started to get into football and to watch matches and to really support teams when I was around maybe 10 or 12, more around 12. But when I was like 6, I don't know, they were playing some match in Champions League and I just saw the team and I think they won and I was like, okay, I'm going to be a Bayern Munich fan, let's call it like this. Outside of Russia, of course. And then when I was 12, so I started to understand that, okay, there are people, they have to support teams and stuff like this. So I was like, which one do I choose to just follow football and stuff? And I remember that I liked them, so I went for them. And now I have a team to support and I really like it.
Andreas?
How important is this tournament, especially for you in preparation for the French Open? Other players choose to take a week off before Paris starts. Others play 2 tournaments. Why did you decide to come here?
Yeah, of course. First of all, I try to enter as many tournaments as I can after the COVID break, because you need to get a lot of matches to feel well. Of course, going far in Cincinnati and US Open helped a lot. So being in the semis, I thought to go to Rome will be a stupid idea in terms of physical shape. Could get injured easily. So just practice few days on clay in Monaco before coming here. Why? Because, well, as I said, to go play out of 5 in French Open without having one match on clay, and especially clay is not my best surface, so was not the good choice. And I'm really happy. I remember 4 years ago here was my first big tournament with a big win in the first round. And I remember that the tournament is great. It's a 500. I even can gain points here because I didn't play 500 last year after US Open. So all these small reasons, I decided to come and, as you say, prepare well for Roland Garros.
Yeah, Ralf?
And did you recognize the whole venue? Because, I mean, there was some change going on between the last 4 years. So what's your impression of the new stadium here?
Yeah, I feel that it's been renovated a little bit in a better way, but practice courts stay the same place. The hotel is the same, which a really nice hotel. I remembered it. And actually, I remember quite much because, as I say, it was one of my first big tournaments. So these memories, they stay with you. I actually remember very well the match, all the matches I played here. So yeah, I remember everything.
Last question?
Interesting sounds.
Struve baby, maybe?
It's not mine. Struve baby, yeah.
I don't know.
Probably. I think one of your biggest fans is German tennis player Andrea Petkovic, and
I didn't know.
She said on the Racket Magazine podcast that you are her favorite James Bond villain. Is this one of the nicest, most interesting compliments to get from a woman?
Yeah, so she means that I'm like in films about James Bond, I'm the villain, or okay. Well, that's funny. I didn't hear it, but that's funny. I mean, I always say I don't try to be a villain, or I don't try to pretend to be a good guy. I'm just being myself, and as you see, the best example is US Open. I was a villain. I didn't change anything in particular about my character. At the end, people liked me, so I'm happy if people like my character. If not, I just hope to be better.
Thank you. Few questions from the online journalists. Florence?
Yeah, since Dominic Thiem effectively broke the chain of domination of the big 3, what does it mean for players like you who are on the cusp of making a breakthrough at slams? And maybe what motivation do you take for yourself after Thiem's win?
Yeah, it's great, and especially I think let's put it this way: he deserved it because he was in 3 finals, 2 of them against Rafa on clay, which is almost impossible, and he was really close to winning Australian Open actually. So it's a great result for him. Of course, we knew already in the quarters that there is going to be a new Grand Slam champion. But all this, yeah, when you see this, you just know that it's getting closer and closer. Personally, me, I was in the semis, so 2 matches away, which is really close. And hopefully I can have some more chances.
Talking about your performance, there was one question. Do you think you played better overall in US Open 2019 or US Open 2020?
I think I could compare it in a way that I played quite similar. I played really good in both of them. Of course, the result was better in 2019, but Dominic played unbelievable tennis against me, and that's why I couldn't make the same result in this year.
And maybe a few words about the expectations for the clay court season and the goals for the rest of the 2020 season.
Yeah, I mean, tournaments go very fast, so on clay I'll have only 2 tournaments, which I should say I'm not too disappointed about, but I'm gonna try to play good. Last year I had some good matches on clay, didn't manage to finish it well, so looking forward to this tournament, Roland Garros. Try to win some matches there because I didn't win one yet in my career. And of course then back to hard courts where I like to play, already qualified for London, so big expectations, but take it step by step, just try to play good tennis.
Hamburg European Open.